So if you're not aware, BigQuery is GCP's enterprise data warehouse for analytics. It has a ton of support of compliant libraries from Python, Node, Java, other things. It can handle real-time and batch data. And more importantly for our talk today is there's a lot of support in GCP for machine learning in BigQuery.
So today we're going to talk about how companies are using BigQuery in their machine learning efforts. So Jared, are companies using BigQuery for machine learning, and why is it useful?
Yes, I think we're seeing quite a few companies using BigQuery for machine learning. So if you're not aware, BigQuery is GCP's enterprise data warehouse for analytics. It has a ton of support of compliant libraries from Python, Node, Java, other things. It can handle real-time and batch data. And more importantly for our talk today is there's a lot of support in GCP for machine learning in BigQuery.
Yeah, so I know there's BigQuery can do a lot of things, kind of like you're talking about there. So specifically with ML, with machine learning, I guess I've kind of learned there's a lot of different ways you can go at it. So maybe talk a little bit about different approaches to using BigQuery for ML and why you might pick one of the different options.
Yeah, so really, from my perspective, and having worked with clients before, it really comes down to where the organization fits in terms of their level of comfortability with using these tools. So let's say that you're an organization that has a lot of data scientists that do a lot of machine learning intensive workloads on their local computers, and you start using BigQuery. An approach for that type of organization might be to utilize AI Platform Notebook with TensorFlow and pretty much using your same model frameworks, your same modeling code that you used before, except now using it to leverage GCP's BigQuery data.
In that case, yeah. BigQuery is primarily in a data source and that's it, or how do you think about it in that scenario?
Yeah, BigQuery is your data source. It could also be your model repository. You can also, with TensorFlow models, you could train your models on an AI platform. You can save your models to a Google Cloud Storage bucket, and then you can upload that saved model object to BigQuery. And then the powerfulness of that is you can then serve your model using data that's actually in BigQuery. So you don't have to move data out of BigQuery to serve predictions. Your model is saved right there in the data warehouse, and you could serve your model in real time.
So that's cool. So you're able to leverage standard kind of ML tooling and libraries, but still take advantage of kind of that BigQuery platform for serving up that model. Okay, so that's good. So now that's your expert data science people that know all the tools and the libraries. Are there some options for people that are maybe a little understand data well, but maybe aren't as sophisticated in data science background that could take advantage of BigQuery ML?
Yeah, we see most of our traction in this area is where you see clients that come in that they are very heavy SQL users. They know a lot about data warehouse tools and methodologies, but they're not so expert in more of the open source frameworks that exist like TensorFlow. They want to be able to utilize some of these same tools and methodologies in BigQuery, and that's where BigQuery ML comes in. So unlike other data warehouses out there, BigQuery supports in data warehouse machine learning. So there's support for things like classification, linear regression, matrix factorization, which is used for product recommendations. And you can even import your own TensorFlow models as well. So there's a rich tool set there available to you right in BigQuery.
Cool. Okay, so that's a good, pretty sophisticated, but maybe still a little hard for some people to take advantage of. So are there even some more automated things that are there in BigQuery? Like, and I've heard about this auto melt tables where we're maybe leveraging a little bit more of the true data science people at Google that have helped us out, making this even easier. So maybe you can talk a little bit about that option with BigQuery as well.
Yeah, yeah. So for that example, let's say that you're maybe you're just an analyst and you're not necessarily involved with SQL. You're not that kind of not that technical. In that case, you might just want to be able to point a tool to a BigQuery table that is essentially ready for modeling, and be able to quickly run and try different models. That's where AutoML tables comes in. It's a point and click UI that you go in, and there's a series of steps where you essentially point your AutoML tables to a BigQuery table. You tell it which field is your field you're trying to predict, and which fields are your features. And you give it a budget of how many node hours to run for, and it gives you a final model at the end. So it's basically almost fully automated in terms of having all of those features for you. You still have to set up your data in BigQuery, but as long as that data is set up for you, you could be pretty much a domain expert in an area and be able to run this kind of thing.
Cool. So yeah, full kind of spectrum of options. That's really cool. Thanks.
Yeah.